Hey there, treasure hunters! Welcome back to Hollywood Buzz. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of diamonds. Did you know some of the world's most stunning diamonds can be found hidden in riverbeds and volcanic rocks? In this video, we'll explore how these rare gems form, where to look for them, and the thrilling stories of discovery behind them. So, grab your gear, and let's embark on this sparkling adventure together.
4. Agate, white agate gems. Characteristics. Agate is a microcrystalline variety of quartz and displays a translucent, often milky appearance. Geologically, agate forms within cavities of volcanic or metamorphic rocks. Historically, agate has been used for a wide range of ornamental purposes, carved into intricate designs or used in jewelry. Colors. Agate comes in a spectrum of shades, including white, gray and brown, and rarely in green and blue. The colors found in agate are the result of tiny crystals of iron and manganese oxide minerals. Moss hardness score, 7. 5. Grandidierite. Grandidierite white gemstones. Characteristics. Grandidierite is an extremely rare mineral, famous for its piercing blue-green hues. It consists of magnesium, aluminum, and a trace of iron. Grandidierite exhibits strong pleochroism, meaning it displays different colors when viewed from distinct angles. Discovered in Madagascar in 1902, it remains one of the scarcest gemstones globally. Colors. It has a transparent to translucent nature, showcasing a vivid spectrum ranging from sea blue to emerald green. On the other hand, less valuable specimens come in more neutral shades, such as white or gray. Moss hardness score, 7.5. 6. Scolecite. Scolecite white gems. Characteristics. Scolecite is a tectosilicate mineral that is part of the zeolite group. Its luster varies from vitreous to silky. This mineral is transparent to translucent and exhibits perfect cleavage. These white gemstones are mostly found in India and Iceland. They are a favored choice in mineral collections due to their unique appearance. Its name comes from the Greek word skolex, meaning worm, because under a flame, scolecite actually takes the appearance of one, curling up like a worm. Colors. It is typically colorless or white and features delicate, needle-like crystals that create intricate sprays or radiating clusters. Moss hardness score, 5.5. 7. Opal. Opal white crystal. Characteristics. Opal, a hydrated amorphous form of silica, is valued for its interesting play of color, a phenomenon resulting from light diffraction within its microstructure. Its name comes from the Sanskrit apollo, which means precious stone, as well as from the Latin opalus, which means seeing a color change. Colors. Opals can exhibit a kaleidoscopic range of colors, including iridescent bits of red, blue, green, and purple. Their main body color also comes in a diverse range, from white and milky blue to black. Moss hardness score, 5.5. 6.5. 8. Rainbow moonstone. Rainbow moonstone white gem. Characteristics. Rainbow moonstone is a type of orthoclase that displays a pearl-like agilurescence, featuring a play of color in iridescent hues that resemble a rainbow in the sky. This white crystal has a semi-translucent appearance that adds to its appeal. It is found abundantly in India and Sri Lanka and predominantly cut into cabochons to display its unique optical properties. Colors. The gem is usually white or colorless with a distinct blue overtone. Moss hardness score, 6.5.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a world of sparkle, but we're going beyond the usual suspects, like diamonds and pearls. We're talking all about white gemstones. You might be surprised at just how many there are out there.
Yeah, it's true. When most people hear white gemstone, they think diamonds or pearls, but there's a whole hidden world of beauty and science just waiting to be discovered.
So we've got a pretty cool lineup today. We're talking about everything from agate, which is pretty common, to grandidierite. Have you heard of that one?
Oh yeah, grandidierite is incredibly rare.
We've also got scolecite, opals, moonstones, even oconite and dendritic opal. Some of these are harder than steel, others are surprisingly delicate.
It really shows the incredible variety in the mineral world. Each stone has a unique story to tell, in terms of its color, how it's formed, and even how light interacts with it.
Okay, so where do we even begin with all of these white gemstones?
Well, Well, I think it makes sense to start with hardness. We can use the Mohs scale as our guide.
Okay, so a quick reminder for our listeners. The Mohs scale measures a mineral's resistance to scratching, which basically tells us how durable it is and how it might be used.
Exactly. So we'll start with the hardest white gemstone on our list and work our way down to the softest.
All right, sounds like a plan. So leading the pack in terms of hardness, we have grandidierite, clocking in at a 7.5 on the Mohs scale. Now, I know grandidierite is famous for that stunning blue-green color. But our sources mention white varieties, too. I've always thought of grandidierite as blue-green. What makes some of them white?
It's a phenomenon called pleochroism. Grandidierite actually displays different colors depending on the angle you view it from.
Oh, wow. So a white grandidierite could flash hints of blue or green depending on how it's held. That's like a chameleon gem. No wonder it's so captivating.
Exactly. And to add to its allure, grandidierite is incredibly rare. It was only discovered in 1902, so we're still learning about this gemstone.
Wow. Imagine stumbling upon such a stunning and rare gem. Okay, moving on. Next up, we have a Kai at 7 on the Mohs scale. Agate and scolecite. Now, most people are pretty familiar with agate. But scolecite, that's a new one for me.
Scolecite is definitely more of a collector's gem. The delicate needle-like crystals forming and radiating clusters. It's often found in Iceland.
Oh, Iceland. That
Yeah.
sounds magical. And speaking of intriguing details, the name scolecite comes from the Greek word for worm. Why would a beautiful gemstone be named after a worm?
Well, here's a fun fact you can share at your next party. When heated, scolecite actually curls up like a worm.
No way, it curls up. That's wild. Imagine showing that to someone who's afraid of worms. It's amazing how these hidden gems can have such quirky characteristics.
It really is. Now, moving down the Mohs scale, we have opal and rainbow moonstone. They may be softer than grandidierite or agate, but they're prized for their dazzling optical effects.
Right, their beauty is all about how they play with light. Opal has that famous play of color, and rainbow moonstone has that shimmering azurescence. But how do they create those effects?
With opal, think of it like a prism breaking up light into a rainbow. That's diffraction. Light bends and scatters as it passes through the tiny silica spheres inside the opal, creating that mesmerizing display of color.
Ah, I see.
Rainbow moonstone gets its pearly glow from azurescence, which is caused by light scattering between layers within the stone. It's like a subtle shimmer that shifts as you move the gem.
Fascinating. You know, our source even mentions a historical belief that opal could improve eyesight. Maybe not scientifically accurate, but it definitely adds to the mystique surrounding this gem.
Right. It's amazing how gemstones have captured people's imaginations throughout history. These beliefs, whether based in science or folklore, offer a glimpse into how humans have connected with these treasures from the earth.
Okay, so coming in at the softer end of our lineup, we have oakenite and dendritic opal. These are more for collectors than for everyday jewelry, right?
Yes, they are quite delicate. Their beauty lies in their unique formations. Oakenite often forms these incredibly soft and fluffy cotton ball formations within basalt geodes.
Cotton ball formations, I'm trying to picture that.
And dendritic opal. Imagine a milky white stone with these delicate fern-like inclusions in black or brown. They're like tiny pieces of art created by nature.
Wow, it's incredible how diverse the world of white gemstones is. We've gone from the super rare and hard to the delicate and collectible. It's like a whole spectrum of beauty and characteristics just within this single color category.
Absolutely. You know, our source also mentions another white gem, although it's not technically on our list, pearls. Unlike the other gemstones we've talked about, pearls are formed organically, inside mollusks.
Pearls, true, they are the classic white gem. I'm curious though, wouldn't pearls be a whole separate discussion? They're so unique in how they're formed and their cultural significance.
That's a great point. Pearls are a whole other deep dive.
Maybe we can at least weave in some key facts about pearls into this conversation. That way our listeners get a broader view of white gems as a whole.
Definitely, we can do that. Pearls are a fascinating example of how nature can create beauty in unexpected ways.
They really are.
You know, it's interesting how pearls, being organic gems, have come to symbolize purity and elegance. That connection to the natural world really adds to their allure.
Yeah, it's true. Pearls have that timeless elegance. They never really go out of style. But it makes me wonder, are there other cultural meanings or symbolism associated with white gemstones in general?
Oh, absolutely. White as a color often represents purity, innocence, new beginnings, fresh starts. And those themes are often reflected in the cultural meanings given to white gemstones across different societies.
I can see that, like pearls being a popular choice for weddings, right? They represent those ideas of purity and new beginnings.
Exactly. And in some cultures, white opals are believed to bring good luck, and promote peace and harmony.
Interesting. It's fascinating how these beliefs can be so widespread and long-lasting, even across different cultures and time periods. It makes you realize how deeply gemstones are woven into human history and belief systems.
It really speaks to that human desire to connect with the natural world and to find meaning in these beautiful and rare objects. Gemstones have always had this ability to capture our imaginations.
This deep dive has definitely opened my eyes to the hidden depths of white gemstones. I used to think of them as simply pretty objects, but now I see them as these tiny windows into history, culture, and the incredible forces that shaped our planet.
Yeah, they're like little time capsules, each with a story waiting to be uncovered.
Speaking of uncovering stories, I'm feeling inspired to learn more about each of these gems individually. What advice would you give to our listeners who want to do their own little deep dive into these white gemstones? Where's a good place to start?
Hmm. I'd say start with what sparked your curiosity during our conversation today. Was it grandidiorite's rarity, or the delicate beauty of scolecite? Or maybe the historical beliefs surrounding opals? Choose the gem that speaks to you and dive in.
That's great advice. Let your own curiosity be your guide. There are so many resources available online, in libraries, museums. You can research a gem's history, where it comes from geologically, the cultural beliefs associated with it, even how it's been used in art and jewelry through the ages.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to go down those rabbit holes. You never know what fascinating details you'll unearth. It's like being a detective, piecing together the story of a gem through history.
I love that analogy. And, if our listeners want to experience these gems on a more tangible level, visiting a local gem and mineral show or even just a shop can be amazing.
Absolutely. There's nothing quite like seeing the sparkle and brilliance of a gemstone up close and personal. Pictures online can't capture that same energy. You might even find a piece that calls to you and start your own collection.
Now, that's an idea I can get behind. Even beyond the visual appeal, I think what I'll take away most from this deep dive is that renewed sense of wonder and curiosity about the world around us. It's like we've rediscovered the magic in these everyday objects.
And that's the beauty of knowledge, right? It can rekindle our sense of awe and make us see the world with fresh eyes.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of white gemstones, what's the one key takeaway you'd like our listeners to remember?
I'd say remember this. Beauty and wonder can be found in the most unexpected places. Don't be afraid to look beyond the surface, ask questions, and explore the hidden depths of the world around you. You might be amazed by what you discover.
Beautifully said. And speaking of discoveries, this conversation has ignited a passion for white gemstones in me. I'm already thinking about a trip to my local gem shop.
I have a feeling you're not the only one feeling inspired. Our listeners might be planning their own gem hunting adventures as we speak.
Well, dear listeners, it seems we've reached the end of our journey into the world of white gemstones. We hope you've enjoyed the exploration as much as we have.
And remember, keep exploring, keep asking questions, keep discovering those hidden treasures that surround you.
Until next time, keep sparkling. As we wrap up our exploration of these white gemstones, I'm realizing just how much this deep dive has expanded my perspective. I came in thinking, okay, sparkle and beauty, but we've uncovered so much more. History, culture, science. It's amazing how these gems connect to so many different areas of knowledge.
It's a perfect example of how knowledge expands outwards.
Yeah.
We start with a simple topic, white gemstones, and suddenly we're delving into the formation of the Earth, the way light interacts with matter, even how humans have viewed these objects across time and cultures.
Yeah, it reminds me of those choose-your-own-adventure books. You start down one path and end up on this incredible journey through a whole network of interconnected ideas.
Exactly, and that's the joy of learning, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
an ongoing process of discovery, and each new piece of information can open up a whole new world of possibilities.
Absolutely. For our listeners who've been on this journey with us, absorbing all this information about white gemstones, what's the most important thing to remember? What's the one key takeaway you hope they walk away with?
I think the core message here is don't underestimate the power of simple things to spark wonder and curiosity. These white gemstones, they're beautiful, yes, but they're also portals to a deeper understanding of the world around us.
I love that, seeing these gemstones as portals. It's a great reminder to never stop exploring, never stop questioning. We can find beauty and knowledge in the most unexpected places if we just keep our minds open.
And that's what we hope this deep dive has sparked in our listener, that desire to keep learning, keep exploring, and maybe even see the world with a little more sparkle.
Well said. And on that note, We've reached the end of our deep dive into the captivating world of white gemstones. We hope you've enjoyed the journey as much
4.
as we have.
Agate
Until
characteristics.
next time,
Agate
keep
is a
those minds curious,
microcrystalline
those eyes
variety of
sparkling.
quartz and displays a translucent, often milky appearance. Geologically, agate forms within cavities of volcanic or metamorphic rocks. Historically, agate has been used for a wide range of ornamental purposes, carved into intricate designs, or used in jewelry. Colors. Agate comes in a spectrum of shades, including white, gray, and brown, and rarely in green and blue. The colors found in agate are the result of tiny crystals of iron and manganese oxide minerals. Moss hardness score 7.5. Granodiorite characteristics. Granodiorite is an extremely rare mineral, famous for its piercing blue-green hues. It consists of magnesium, aluminum, and a trace of iron. Granodiorite exhibits strong pleochroism, meaning it displays different colors when viewed from distinct angles. Discovered in Madagascar in 1902, it remains one of the scarcest gemstones globally. Colors. It has a transparent to translucent nature, showcasing a vivid spectrum ranging from sea blue to emerald green. On the other hand, less valuable specimens come in more neutral shades, such as white or gray. Moss hardness score 7.56. Scalacite characteristics. Scalacite is a tectosilicate mineral that is part of the zeolite group. Its luster varies from vitreous to silky. This mineral is transparent to translucent and exhibits perfect cleavage. These white gemstones are mostly found in India and Iceland. They are a favored choice in mineral collections due to their unique appearance. Its name comes from the Greek word skolex, meaning worm, because under a flame. Scalacite actually takes the appearance of one, curling up like a worm. Colors. It is typically colorless or white, and features delicate, needle-like crystals that create intricate sprays or radiating clusters. Moss hardness score 5 to 5.57. Opal characteristics. Opal, a hydrated, amorphous form of silica, is valued for its interesting play of color, a phenomenon resulting from light diffraction within its microstructure. Its name comes from the Sanskrit upala, which means precious stone, as well as from the Latin opalis, which means seeing a color change. Colors. Opals can exhibit a kaleidoscopic range of colors, including iridescent bits of red, blue, green, and purple. Their main body color also comes in a diverse range, from white and milky blue to black. Moss hardness score 5.5 to 6.58. Rainbow moonstone characteristics. Rainbow moonstone is a type of orthoclase that displays a pearl-like agilurescence, featuring a play of color and iridescent hues that resemble a rainbow in the sky. This white crystal has a semi-translucent appearance that adds to its appeal. It is found abundantly in India and Sri Lanka, and predominantly cut into cabochons to display its unique optical properties. Colors. The gem is usually white or colorless, with a distinct blue overtone. Moss hardness score 6 to 6.5. Fun fact: during the Middle Ages, it was believed that wearing an opal amulet protected the wearer from failing vision, as well as improved memory. 9. Oconite white crystals characteristics. Oconite, part of the zeolite minerals family, typically features a pearly luster. It presents fine, snowflake-like crystals, and it is usually found as small white cotton ball formations within basalt geodes. These formations are actually clusters of straight white crystals that are bendable and fragile. It often has a fuzzy appearance and presents a translucent structure. Colors white, colorless, or off-white. Moss hardness score 4.5 to 5. Valentine's Day jewelry. Pink gemstone spotlight. A white gemstone that speaks 1,000 words. Innocence, hope, love, and timeless charm, evoking the beauty of the seas. Pearls are the epitome of white gemstones, and our collection of elegant pearl earrings is a testament to that. Choose your dream pair of studs, hoop, dangle, or drop earrings, and complete your pearl core collection with the timeless piece. Shop Pearl Earrings 10. Dendritic opal. Dendritic opal white and black stone characteristics. Dendritic opal is commonly known as merlinite or silomelane. This type of opal presents a distinctive feature, the presence of dendritic or tree-like inclusions that show up as fern-like patterns in its structure. These are formed by mineral oxides within the opal and are usually present in dark hues like gray or black. Due to this feature, the gems are cut as cabochons to display the unique botanical patterns and contrasting colors. Colors: milky white base with black or brown patterns. Moss hardness score 5.5 to 6.
Thank you for joining us on this dazzling journey today. Whether you're a seasoned prospector or just love learning about nature's treasures, we hope this video inspired you to explore the world of diamonds. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Hollywood Buzz for more fascinating content about nature's hidden gems.